welcome back to the channel.
Got a body with me, I don't know my name. Switch gears, go sky in the rain. Hit the brakes, I don't ever want to see the face. I'm from Canada and not the States.
So I know I'm looking absolutely insane right now, but I'm going to come into you guys with a different type of video, not an entrepreneurship type video. I'm going to do, this is back what I really OG wanted to do on YouTube, which was makeup videos. So I'm going to do a makeup video today, and I'm going to show you guys how to achieve a flawless, easy, and simple foundation routine. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. I already did my eyelids. You don't obviously have to do this. I'm just doing my eyelids because I'm going to do some type of eyeshadow. I don't know if I want to do dramatic or neutral. You guys will know before, obviously I will. But first things first, when it comes to applying a nice, flawless foundation look, first make sure your skin is moisturized and clean. I just cleaned all my makeup off from last night because I slept in my makeup, which I don't recommend you doing. So all my makeup is off, my face is cleaned, it's ready to go. And then the next, well, the most important step in a flawless foundation routine, aside from, I would say, your foundation, would be your primer, which is what you put on before you put on foundation. I don't think I would ever recommend just slapping foundation on your face, ever. Like, ever. So if you want some good budget-friendly ones, anything NYX is pretty freaking good. Right here's the NYX No Filter. This one's okay. I still haven't found like a crazy primer, but anything NYX is usually pretty good. One of my favorite primers of all times, which I discovered from, you know how Sephora, if you have a certain amount of points, you can get like a free sample. I think this is one of my best purchases ever. And this is the YSL Touch Eclat Blur Primer. This is from Saint Laurent, obviously. And it's just this gorgeous primer. And it's like a blur primer. I don't know how to describe it. It's so lightweight on your face. I literally only need, honestly, I use way more pumps than I probably should have. And it just, and it has like little sparkles in it too. It just makes my skin super smooth and it smells absolutely amazing. Oh, and another primer that I love on my face is the, I'll insert a picture. It's another, it's an expensive one. Oh, you know what it is? Versali oil. The Versali oil. I love that. Now, that was back when my skin was like normal skin, like it wasn't dry, it wasn't oily. Yes, I'm gonna fix my eyebrows in a second. It wasn't any of that. So if you have oily skin, I wouldn't recommend the Versali oil, not at all, because that is obviously pretty oily. But the Versali oil, the way that it blends out your foundation is absolutely phenomenal, and the way that this blends out your foundation is also pretty phenomenal. And if you have oily skin, it feels oily, but it's honestly super lightweight, so you really can't tell. But it's supposed to blur and minimize your pores, which it does. And it just applies foundation so flawlessly. It's absolutely insane. And you can use your hands to brush in, but I'm literally just taking a brush and brushing and blending this guy in. Because I love it. And I only use it for like special occasions. I'm going to use it for this video because I usually just use whatever other primer that I have. So prime my face. Also, if you have oily skin, a good tip for you is to put down translucent setting powder before you put on your foundation. So whether it's in a loose powder, important things you need to do when it comes to a flawless foundation routine. So whether it just comes in a standard white powder, you just want to put that on your face and just kind of set your face just to make sure no oils keep through. Like my nose is super oily, so I'll just put some down. This is just literally a Milani Prep Plus Set and Go transparent face setting powder. This is literally just a white one. So if you have a white one, that's fine, because that's drugstore, Milani's drugstore. Or if you have like a nicer one, this is my Beauty Bakery one. This is an almond chestnut, a little bit on my face just to kind of show you guys. I'm almost out of it. Beauty Bakery's products are absolutely amazing, and they're not in all Ultas yet, and I'm so mad. When I went to Philly, close to Philly, an Ulta store had it, and I went out of my way to go and find it because I've always wanted to try her products, because you know we always support Black-owned businesses. And I went out of my way to find it, and her products, her setting spray is absolutely amazing. That's the best setting spray I think I've ever tried in my entire life, not even exaggerating. And her yeah, I'm putting that all over my nose again. You see how it just mattifies my nose, just instantly mattifies my nose. But what was I saying? Yeah, so her setting powder is also pretty good, but it has nothing on her setting spray, which I'm pretty much out of, but I still kind of somehow managed to use. Okay, so look, I have a nice layer of setting powder down, multitude of setting powders. It just makes my skin look so smooth and clear. And honestly, if I was just kind of on the go, you can literally just leave it like this. It doesn't look too powdery. You would just spray it with the translucent, wow. You would just spray it with the setting spray. I'm trying to get my words together, y'all. You would just spray it with the setting spray just to kind of lock it in if you honestly just want to go to work with a nice face like this, because it looks like you didn't just wake up. You know what I'm saying? It looks like you actually did some stuff to your face, but you don't have any products, any crazy products on your face. And if you have oily skin, this would be a good step for you, and you can just kind of leave it as it is, but we're gonna keep going. All right, so next, as I'm looking around my makeup desk, I'm gonna grab this Huda Beauty Mocha foundation. She has really good foundation. However, the shade is too light for me right now, so I mix it with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This is also in the shade, this is in the shade Mocha. Any company that has Mocha, I love it, because I just gravitate towards it, because I just feel like that's my color. If it says Mocha, I just feel like that's my color, without really checking it. So, but so far it's worked for me, so it's so far been my color. They're both really full coverage, so you don't need a crazy amount of foundation, and I always usually do a crazy amount of foundation, but I'm not going to today because there's no need to. So I'm just going to kind of blend it out and just kind of sporadically put it around my face first before I really start to blend it out. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the blending process in 2 seconds. Okay, and as far as drugstore foundations, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop is one of my favorite foundations, as well as my Maybelline foundations. Not the matte one, the other one, which I am really blanking on because it's been a while since I've had it, but let me find it. I think it's Fit Me. Yeah, this is the matte one. It's not the matte one, it's the normal one. Those are my best favorite drugstore brands. And as far as a nicer brand, Huda Beauty has a phenomenal one, and so does Too Faced, the one that's naked. Again, it's been a while since I've had that, so I think that's either Too Faced or Urban Decay. Can't quite remember, but whichever the naked foundation is, that literally looks like my skin. Like, it's insane what that looks like. All right. So next, when it comes to blending your foundation, you want to either have a brush of some sort, like a nicer brush. You want to have a beauty blender. Beauty blenders are pretty nice. You just want to have something that's not small. You want to have something that with a good amount of surface area. So what brush do I want to use today? I literally could not find my foundation brush to save my life. So I'm just going to improvise and use this brush. This is the new Real Techniques brush. I actually like this a lot. I broke the little piece, but it's like this adjustable brush. And it actually is really nice. Like, I'm not going to lie. I like this a lot. And I'm just going to use this to blend out my foundation. It's good because it can get in all the little crevices. Like, right when I do my concealer, it can get right in this T-zone crevice, which is pretty hard to reach with a beauty blender. It is. I just don't like to get my hands dirty, so honestly, it's nice to use this. So I'm going to start off with this brush just to kind of get my hard areas. So right here. And it's nice because you can keep adjusting it, so it makes it easy to use. Get my mustache area. I'm not gonna blend my whole face with this. I'm just getting my areas that are pretty hard to reach. So that's what I'm grabbing right now. Okay. And next, I'm going to, it is nice to dampen the brush ahead of time just so the foundation sticks a little bit better. Next, I'm going to use my Sephora Pro Ultra Liquid Foundation brush. I got this in Europe from forever ago. Don't even know if Sephora still has this. This isn't the normal brush I use. I actually use the Huda Beauty one, but I can't find that right now. So this is going to have to do. But having a nice brush, I think, is definitely worth it. And your girl will be releasing a brush set soon, so stay tuned. And if you're new to the channel, I'm the owner of Ashanti Collection. We specialize in lip glosses, sunglasses, and lashes. So go on over to www.theashanticollection.com and check that out. The link will be down below in the description box. And my steps when it comes to foundation is I always use a brush, then I'll use a beauty blender and kind of go over it just to really ensure that everything is nice and blended out. And one of your major areas that I always forget is your neck. Please blend out your neck. Your girl never be blending that out. I'll be forgetting sometimes. Your neck and then your forehead are your two biggest areas you do not want to forget. And it's not that I forget my forehead, it's just that I wear wigs, and it's just, if y'all wear wigs, you know how hard it is to get your forehead without really messing up your forehead and your wigs. Take a beauty blender and ensure that everything is blended out. A beauty blender with no products, mind you. I'm taking my Rose Infused lip gloss with my natural mint plumper. I'm applying that right now. This is Diamond Days. So you guys want a non-sticky lip gloss? It's super glossy. Check her out. Okay. So my foundation is nice and applied. I definitely messed up my eyeshadow in the process, so let me fix her real quick. That's why I don't get how people, I don't understand how people do their foundation before they even do their eyeshadows. That is insane to me. I would be messing that up left and right and I would be pissed. And if you want a more mattifying look, you can just take your powder brush with nothing on it, whatever brush you normally use to do your translucent setting powder, and put it on. Boom, bada bing. And then I always set my face with setting spray as I keep going and adding more product to my face, just to make sure it doesn't look too cakey. So I just keep setting my face. And when it comes to intermediate setting my face, I don't really care what setting spray that I use. So I'm using my MIX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray. Because I always spray my face just to keep the hydration there, to keep my moisture there, so my face doesn't dry out and I don't start looking really cakey. So next I'm going to go in with concealer. But if you just want a flawless foundation routine, this is literally it. As you see, she's super, super flawless. Obviously my eyes aren't like blended out with my foundation because I didn't do my eyes yet. But you see how like look how smooth and flawless the application was. And that's how simple it is. It really is. So if you want to stop washing hair, go ahead. That's literally a simple foundation routine. But if you want a little bit more of a glammed up look, keep on watching. Okay, so the concealer. The concealer depends on what kind of look you want to go for. So LA Pro Girl concealer has really good concealers. I think you find that in most Ultas, beauty supply stores, all those shops. However, if you want a more extra look, I'm going to go and use a more full coverage concealer, and Tarte has really good full coverage concealers, as well as Too Faced. And I literally just got this Too Faced Born This Way concealer. No, this is not a foundation, this is a concealer, and this thing is hefty. And she is very full coverage. Like I said, I'm going for more of a dramatic makeup look, so I'm going to use a more fuller coverage concealer. And your concealer, if you're like a super beginner, your concealer always wants to be like 1 to 2 shades lighter than your actual skin tone. Because what the concealer purpose is to really just bring out your under eyes and bring out your eyes. Just make your under eyes brighter. So I am just literally using what was on the brush initially, and I'm blending this guy out. And the shade is in the shade Butterscotch. This is usually concealer, and you can honestly, people use concealer that's 3 to 4 shades lighter and go over this concealer to give themselves an even more brighter look, but I'm not doing that. And another tip if you're really going for an extra glam look is to let your concealer bake for like 5 minutes. You'll really bring out all of your under eyes. But again, I'm not going for super extra look, so I'm not doing all of that. Plus, for time's sake, so I'm on a time budget, I'm not doing all that. Where's my concealer brush? All right, so again, you can use a beauty blender, a smaller brush. Again, this is part of my new brushes that we'll be releasing soon. Or my Real Techniques. This brush was literally $8, one of the best $8 investments ever. And literally, like I said, I was pretty aggressive on myself, so I broke it. You're supposed to be able to adjust the height. This brush would be perfect. A beauty blender you could get anywhere. All those brushes would be perfect. And every time I blend my concealer, I always spray. Yep, drop everything, Kymani. I always spray my brushes for a more flawless application. You see me always switch brushes when I apply my products. So now I'm going to switch back to my Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to blend up my concealer, guys. Guys, my concealer is literally blended out, looking great. Now I'm going to go back to my Beauty Bakery setting powder. And I always apply it on like this angled contour brush, powder brush. And this brush is from Castrel, which was from a brand in Nordstrom. Honestly, but any brand works. So I'm gonna pack this on. And the longer you let your concealer bake, meaning the longer you let it sit on with your setting powder, means the more like beat look you'll get, and it'll really just, you know, extenuate and bring out everything. I can't speak. It'll really just bring out everything. However, I'm going for a beat look, but I'm not going for like a super beat look, so I'm definitely not gonna let it bake, because people let it bake for like 5, 10, 30 minutes. Not doing all that. I literally just let her bake for a few seconds. So I'm gonna do my eyeshadow real quickly, and I'm just gonna let her bake for a second. As if you're looking for one of the best, like most neutral and easiest palettes to work with, that would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. The funny thing is, I actually literally just rebought this, and you couldn't even tell by the way it looks already. This is how like all my makeup palettes look. Oh my gosh. But this is one of the best palettes to use when you're first starting out makeup, because it has all the most neutral shades, and it has some more dramatic ones if you do want to branch out and create more dramatic ones. All right, now to remove my setting powder. I always have a white translucent setting powder to dip into. I don't know why this is, but this is what I do. And then I'll wipe off my setting powder. And I applied a very simple eyeshadow look, nothing crazy, super neutral. Then I just sprayed my face with some more NYX setting spray. This isn't my final. I do spray my face with a few different setting sprays. Don't ask me why. Again, just what I do. So I'm gonna let this blend out. I'm gonna do my contour, guys, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished product. I'm gonna do my contour, my blush, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I have my lashes on. I have a little bit of blush on. And I have my nose contour on. I have everything on. So this is the finished look. And on my lips is Pink Opal from my Ashanti Lips collection. This gorgeous iridescent like blue lip. I love her. And that's it, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload a video, whether it's entrepreneurship, makeup. Let me know what more videos you guys want to see down below. If you want to see eyeshadow, let me know what y'all want to see down below, and I'll see you Ashanti babes in my next video. Bye, guys.